I'm joined in studio by Crystal-Donna Roberts. She's starring in the film The Endless River, which is premiering in South Africa this weekend. She's going to introduce us to the quite dark film. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Now, my intro, I think, laid the platform here. The film is quite dark. A lot of different themes we're exploring in the film. Rape, murder, a lot of racial tension. What was it like getting into character for this role?
A lot of it was first and foremost about reading the script and reading it over and over and over again. But I think in terms of being a South African citizen and, you know, dealing with a script where there is all the things that you mentioned, rape, murder, racial tension and stuff like that, it's sad to say, but it's not that hard to sort of try and imagine what people, you know, try and imagine what the character is like going through, because this is such a reality. So all that one has to do is like you have to, you know, either pick up a newspaper and read about it, or you have to look out the window and then you see it and stuff. So it's all around you. What also helped was filming in Rivier Sonder End, where the film is set. Part of the film, and just seeing how the people live there and realizing how small, you know, the place actually is. So a lot of what I just saw being a South African citizen helped a lot.
How do you think this film contributes to the dialogue around these different themes?
We are a country that is so plagued by violence that we almost become desensitized to it. So I think what is great about films like this and what they do is that without putting it sort of in your face and becoming preachy about it, you just show people again about what is happening. And what spoke so strongly about the film to me was how it affects two people that have got so little to do with the perpetrators of certain things. And that's quite a powerful message about how far violence and brutality can strike.
Now, you play Tiny. What about Tiny drew you to her character?
There's such an innocence about her, even though she is a married woman, even though she has gone through so many things. There was this beautiful innocence and quietness about her that I really liked when I read the script before I had my audition. And then also I was very much interested in the relationship between her and Gilles, and how two people who have got nothing in common can be drawn to each other or just form a relationship based on tragedy. You know, a lot of her sadness attracted me to the role, as odd as that sounds. The sadness made me want to explore what this woman and what the story is about.
Was it hard for you to separate your everyday life from Tiny's life? I mean, it's quite a dramatic character to play. She's quite a dramatic character.
Yeah. At times it was hard, I must say, but that's probably because I had so many notes and maps like pasted on the walls of my flat. Just, you know. But it wasn't bad to not go out of it when I went home. It wasn't as if I tried to sort of stay within the character when I was like offset, but it just helps me as an actor just to like still keep my mind in that world. Whether or not it's entirely in it, it just still helped to like sort of be in her mindset. So I can't honestly tell you if I did separate the two, you know, so yeah.
Now, we chatted about this being a South African story. It was the first South African film to go to the Venice Film Festival, and you were there in Venice.
Yeah.
Tell me about the reception and that experience. It must have been incredible.
It was surreal, first of all, to even like be in South Africa and get the news that it is going to the Venice Film Festival and that you're actually going to go. And that you're actually going to walk on the red carpet, you know. It was like insane. You're like, what, me? No way. But being there and at the film festival and being surrounded by people, you know, with the press and the media and other filmmakers and people who have got this amazing knowledge of filmmaking. Like being there just opened my eyes to the possibilities of filmmaking, about what it is and about what it can be. And events like that is always extremely powerful, you know, because there's such a creative energy that is just like buzzing and setting the streets alight. Walking the red carpet was also fabulous, you know.
I can imagine.
It was an experience, that I feel so blessed to have been part of that, yeah.
So from the Venice Film Festival, then it went on to show at the Durban International Film Festival. Tell me about the different reactions. I mean, we have one very international audience and one South African audience. Did they take away the same things?
I feel that because as South Africans, we have a better understanding of what goes on in our country, and we have a better understanding of things when it comes to sensitive topics such as, you know, the racial tension and whatnot, and the differences in, you know, scared to say, but the differences in how in certain situations people are treated differently, you know, based on the color of their skin. So I think a better understanding comes from the South African audience as opposed to someone from overseas. Not saying that people from overseas won't get it. I think they definitely will get it. But we, as a country, we do have our own unique, you know, type of worries when it comes to that issue. Being at the Durban Film Festival, it was really interesting because I had a Q&A afterwards, and it was so lovely just to hear people's reactions and questions about the film. And there was a woman also there who was like, "This is a depressing film," you know, it made me sad. But she did not say that she did not like it, which I loved, you know. So yeah, I mean, the reactions will differ wherever you go. I just hope that whenever someone tells me that they like it, that they are honest.
What do you hope people take away after seeing this film this weekend?
I hope that people can see it as a film that that can, you know, shift us into a certain direction in terms of South African filmmaking. And it doesn't have to move you away from what you want to do. It doesn't have to move you away from what you do want to watch. But it's a different type of South African film that I have seen, you know. So I'm hoping that that's what people take away, yeah, and that they do like it.